anybody like to say something so we can start getting the spirit?
Hello everyone, this is JT Siskowski with Status Coup. I am live here on the ground in Madison, Wisconsin, continuing to cover the fallout and the calls for justice in the wake of Corey Ruiz's execution at the hands of Madison police here. That happened on Wednesday. It's now Saturday. And these calls for justice have only gotten louder. We are here for another demonstration outside of the Wisconsin Capitol building in downtown Madison. We are waiting for this demonstration to get underway here. It was supposed to get started at 8 p.m. or the top of this top of this hour. Now they've just been delaying as more and more protesters continue to gather. So we are just doing a little bit of vamping here to be sure that the action is actually underway. So that way I'm not just pointing you at a bunch of people milling about. So we're going to wait for that. We've got people right now who are speaking a little bit, just voicing their kind of displeasure, kind of getting to know each other out here a little bit. Crowd, clapping a little bit as they go along here. I should talk about us here at Status Coup. We have been on the ground here since Wednesday, since the day of the shooting. I actually live nearby Madison. This is basically my backyard here. And we have been out here for the entire duration of everything. I've been streaming, 3 hours a night from the demonstrations here tonight. I'm expecting something along the very similar lines here, and we'll, continue on this story for as long as, one, we have the resources and the time available to do so, because when we pick a story here at Status Coup, we stay on it. We don't parachute in and then leave. We stay with stories over course of time. That said, the work that we are doing here, the work that we do here at Status Coup, the work that we are doing here at Status Coup is expensive work to be on the ground like this, and we're only able to afford to do it through the generous contributions from our members. If you want to become one of those members and help sustain this robust on-the-ground coverage that lifts up the voices of working class people, the people who generally go ignored by the media, go to statuscoup.com/join for as low as $5 a month. You go to keep us here on the ground covering stories like this. All right. So this is actually one of a couple of actions that is scheduled for tonight. There was also a separate march planned in addition to this action that is being planned here outside of the Capitol. This one, organizers say that they were doing this in consultation with Corey Ruiz's family, meaning that this is the kind of action that Corey Ruiz's family wanted to see more of rather than just more marches. We've already brought you coverage of a couple of marches here. And so we were going to be covering that other march until we found out about this one. Then we pivoted. We decided to come here instead and to follow up with these activists as they take to the streets here. From what I have heard, it sounds like the plan is to begin here at the state capitol and then march actually directly into the camera here. And behind it is State Street, which is kind of a major thoroughfare for a major commercial corridor. It's a pedestrian street here in Madison. So they'll likely march down that street and stage actions along there. We saw some of that over the last couple of nights where protesters were actually marching. It was 2 nights ago. They actually marched and held intersections of State Street where some busy cross streets were crossing, and they held traffic there. Did the same thing on the other side of the Capitol from where I'm standing last night along what is known as what is East Washington Avenue here in Madison. So these are the actions that we are following, and if you can tell that I'm rambling a little bit to fill time, yeah, that's not an exaggeration, because again, we were kind of expecting this thing to get started, and I don't want you just staring at a bunch of people milling about. So we are waiting for action to get underway here, just to show how careful these protesters are being. They're keeping an eye out for what I assume to be like right-wing news, quote unquote, journalists, quote unquote, or media, right-wing media, because they were, I think with a name like Status Coup, we often, people often, who aren't familiar with our work, give us a little bit give us a little bit of a side eye to be sure. Are you guys, on the up and up? And so we actually had one activist come over and ask to. I showed him our Instagram page and our YouTube channel just to show them that, hey, we are a legitimate news outlet that does not try to warp things. We actually do lift up the voices of working people down here, and that did seem to set people at ease. So, but that's part of the territory. Any community we go into the first time, and this is why corporate media struggles to get it right so often, is that trust needs to be earned among the local population so that they know you are ready to tell their story. And speaking of telling their stories, some of the chanting is getting underway here, so I'm going to step behind the camera. It's just me here again today, so I'll step behind the camera, I'll take over control there, and we'll let you listen in on the proceedings here, and then once we get to maybe a march or whatever the action is that's planned here, I'll try and do the normal set of interviews that we like to do on our streams here at Status Coup. So I'm going to step to the side.
When do we want it? Now! I said, what do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! When do we want it? Now! I said, when do we want it? Now! When do we want it? Now! When do we want it? Now! Don't forget about why we are here. Don't forget about why we are here.
Sounds good. She's gonna get you some.
What's up? Hey! Hey everybody, can I get a vibe check, a general vibe check? How are we doing today? Are we alright?
Fired up, fired up, fired up.
Are we sure? I don't feel fired up.
Are we fired up, fired up, fired up?
Are we fired up right now?
So I'll say that when I first got here, it was, maybe a dozen activists, and then over time, this has actually grown. There's probably now 100 or so people here spread out across this block here on the steps of the Wisconsin State Capitol.
What I saw in that video was fucking disturbing. I'm getting clapped. What I saw in that video was fucking disturbing. Yeah,
It sure was.
it was fucking disturbing. I was disturbed. It was fucking disturbing. I just want to make sure that we know our intent tonight. A lot of times when we organize, sometimes we can have a tendency to get a little distracted. We are showing support for that family tonight. Because if my cousin, if my brother was shot in the head 3 times, I wouldn't be smiling right now. I wouldn't be here tonight. I'd be destroying things. And that's kind of what we're here to do tonight. So can we say his name again one more time? Corey! 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 Rest in power! Corey! Rest in power! Corey! Rest in power! Corey! Rest in peace! Corey! Rest in peace! Corey! Rest in love! Corey! Rest in power! Corey! Thank you so much.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
What?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
What?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Let's make sure they can hear us. Let's make sure they can hear us from down there, whatever which way they're coming. Let's get them energized. Let's make sure they know why we're
Wait, I have
all
a
here.
question. There's a governor's race going on. Did any of those candidates show up these past 2 days? All of them or just a few? Which
Just one.
Just one? Which one? Which
I
one?
see. Francesco.
Francesco, huh?
Yes.
Just one. And Juliana Bennett? That's disturbed. That's disgusting. Only one person showed up.
She's not running for governor.
Say his
Say his name.
Corey!
What's his name?
Corey!
Justice for who?
Corey!
Who do we love?
Corey!
Who do we honor?
Corey!
Who are we here for?
Corey!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now.
If Corey don't get it,
Shut it down.
until Corey get it,
Shut it down.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Don't talk too loud. Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Power of the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
No justice.
No peace.
Hey, no justice.
No peace.
Say his name.
Corey.
Justice for who?
Corey.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
until we get it,
Shut it down.
until we get it,
Shut it down.
until we get it.
Shut it down.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
If Corey don't get it,
Shut it down.
until he get it,
Shut it down.
until he get it,
Shut it down.
until he get it.
Shut it down.
No justice.
No peace.
No cricket.
Police.
No cricket.
Police.
No cricket.
Police.
Say
Believe
that we will win.
will win.
I
Believe
that we
that we
will win.
will win.
I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
Say I
Believe
that we
that we
will win.
will win.
I believe that we
That we
will win.
will win.
I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Those killer cops have got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Those killer cops have got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Those killer cops have got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Those killer cops have got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. These killer cops have got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. These killer cops have got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. These killer cops have got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. These killer cops have got to go.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 no justice,
No peace.
no reason,
Police.
no justice,
No peace.
no reason.
Police.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 say I
Believe
that we
that we
will win.
will win.
Say
I
believe
believe
that we
that we
will win.
will win.
Hit it.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
Say Black Lives Matter.
Black lives matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black lives matter.
Corey matter.
Corey matters.
Say Corey matter.
Corey matters.
I believe that we will win.
Will win.
Say I believe that we will win.
Will win.
Hit it.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I I believe that we will win.
Whose house?
Our house,
Whose house?
our house,
Whose streets?
our streets,
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 Whose streets?
our
Who
streets.
shut it down?
We shut it down.
Who shut it down?
We shut it down.
Who shut it down?
We shut it down.
Who shut it down?
We shut it down.
But whose streets?
Our streets,
Whose streets?
our streets,
Say whose streets?
our streets,
Whose streets?
our streets.
Say his name.
Corey,
Say his name.
Corey,
Say his name.
Corey,
Say his name.
Corey.
Arrest that killer cop.
Arrest that killer cop.
Go home, killer cop.
Go home, killer cop.
We don't need no killer cop.
We don't need no killer cop.
Say go home, killer cop.
Go home, killer cop.
Arrest that killer cop.
Arrest that killer cop.
Go home, killer cop.
Go home, killer cop.
We don't need no killer cop.
We don't need no killer cop.
Say we don't need no killer cop.
We don't need no killer cop.
Say we don't need no killer cop.
We don't need no killer cop.
Say we don't need no killer cop.
We don't need no killer cop.
Make some noise, y'all.
Yep. Okay. Anybody want to share some passion? I see some faces I haven't seen this week. Anybody want to share some passion they have for their people? You just press this button.
Don't be shy.
Hi everybody, I would just like to quickly talk about the police budget. It's $98 million a year. And they just spent, how much was it, like I don't know, a lot of money to build 825 new jail facilities when there's only around like 750-ish like homeless people legitimately on the street in Madison. So they have the money to house them. And they destroyed Dairy Drive this year. Dairy Drive would have only cost $200,000 to uphold, and it's on wasteland that nobody fucking wants, and they still demolished the tiny houses. They want to kill homeless people. There is no other option but to, for most people, assume that they're gonna like find a better place, but there isn't a better place. There is no way out of homelessness in a capitalist system. Any small mistake or
That's backwards. Why are they building jails instead of
I know, right?
Yeah, that's backwards. Why ain't they giving back to the community where it needs to be at?
well, the bigger in the U.S., 40 to 60% of homeless people have a job. About 50% of them work from the foster care system. Like, if you don't have the financial means, you just end up homeless. I'm not homeless because my parents paid my first deposit. They paid for my college, right? If I didn't have that, I would be homeless. That's how it works. So many of my friends are homeless, and it's not their fault. They're gay, they have mentally ill parents, they have all sorts of situations that they couldn't have controlled no matter how well they did in school. I have friends but straight A's and they're still on the street, you know? Like, this is not an accident. They're purposely there. In the U.S., it costs more to have homeless people. The government spends more money on keeping people homeless than it does to solve the issue. Shame! So fundamentally, you have to remember that this is like not a mistake, and that the homeless people are here to teach the rest of us a lesson to get back to our 40-hour plus work weeks. You know, former Epic employee. And so, just letting y'all know that like they have the money and they're choosing to kill these homeless people. They're choosing to let these people die and suffer on the streets. And the rents went up 40% in the past decade. Once again, so unaffordable. And like, I'm living with 2 roommates, we're scrounging together, they're on disability, you know, the whole 9 yards, and it's like, it just is unaffordable. No matter how well you do, no matter how right you make your career choices or whatever. So, yeah, thank you for all being out here today, and just remember that they could do something and they're not.
Mic check.
Mic check.
I'm going to go over the demands today because while we recognize that this issue is interconnected with so many things, we need to, as was said, maintain justice for Corey.
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 One demand, Arrest the officer.
Yes.
Arrest Killer Peterson!
Arrest Killer Peterson.
What was his name?
Killer Peterson!
Arrest Killer Peterson!
Arrest Killer Peterson.
Arrest Killer Peterson!
Arrest Killer Peterson.
Arrest Killer Peterson!
Arrest Killer Peterson.
Time. Arrest Killer Peterson!
Arrest Killer Peterson.
Number 2, Madison Police Department and the Department of Criminal Investigation, which is the state criminal investigation, need to be in full compliance and provide any information and all information that they have to the Office of the Independent Police Monitor. The Office of Police Independent Monitor. And number 3, the Civilian Oversight Board must have full disciplinary power. There's a saying that many of you may or may not have heard. It is the arc of the moral universe. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice, and it will not bend if we do not work together, if we do not take sustained action. On my hat, it says indestructible. You must have an indestructible spirit. You are never broken. Your spirit is never broken. Your heart may hurt, but you are not broken. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. One tactic is not the only tactic that you can take. The state government, the city governments, they are full of people. I understand that feeling like voting does nothing, but they also want you to feel that. They also want you to vote and then kind of ignore them for a long time and then vote for them again. Don't fucking do that.
Hold our elected officials.
Hold people accountable, and if they do not do what they say, if they do not do what is morally right, then get rid of them. It becomes incredibly complicated in situations where we want to arrest Killer Peterson, and it seems like the DA, Ishmael Ozan, will not do anything. That does not mean don't email him, don't send him letters, don't send him calls. I do not recommend terroristic threats because they will arrest you. But still do it.
Just don't say it out loud. The wind is so loud. Arrest Killer Peterson!
Arrest Killer Peterson! You have to take action, you have to stay involved. And you have to take care of yourself. If you run yourself right and you do not eat, you do not drink water, you do not take a deep fucking breath out in nature, you will not be able to sustain action. It is important that you always maintain some sort of health. Take care of each other, take care of your friends, check on each other. Arrest Killer Peterson!
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 And if we cannot have officers that kill civilians, that kill anybody, be put off by administrative leave with pay. We have to end administrative leave with pay. We need to end administrative leave with pay. Contact Madison local officials. That has to end. Contact state officials. The Police and Fire Commission cannot be the ones that are allowed to make the call if someone gets fired or not because they are corrupt. The Police and Fire Commission are corrupt. And we need the Police Independent Monitor to be able to make the final call. Even the police chief is just kind of a shadow puppet of the Fire and Police Commission. He can fire someone and the police commission can reinstate that person. So still pressure the police chief, still pressure the Fire and Police Commission, pressure all the representatives, not just the representative of your district, to change so the Police Independent Monitor can fire officers. Because we need to arrest Killer Peterson.
Arrest Killer Peterson!
He needs to be fired, he needs to be arrested, he needs to go to jail and go to prison for murder. Justice for Corey!
some kids here, and I did just want to say thanks for bringing your children out. I think it's very important for kids to see this sort of thing take place, to know what community they're coming into, to know what an actual community looks like. This is super important. And I did just want to quick speak to the illiteracy crisis, because it does directly affect this. If we do not know how to read and how to sort through media, people will not know the issue. There are people on the internet right now saying, he had a knife, he had a knife. Watch the video. Watch the video. Just watch the video. I don't care if there was a knife. I ain't see one, but I don't care if there was one. He was on the ground, detained, before he was shot.
I ain't seen a knife either.
If you do not have media literacy, you don't know how to read through the BS. They put some random man who hijacked the press conference on the front page of the news.
That's right. Speak about that.
I don't know that man.
None of us.
Do you know? None of us know that man.
I know.
So why was he on the front page of the People's Movement?
Who that is?
He caused a good disruption. He did. That's why.
But still, that's not for this.
We need to make sure we know how to look through and sort through the information that we are receiving. And everyone should know the demands. I don't believe in speaking to the media at all, but if you are approached by media, say the demands. That's all you should do. Say the demands. Right now there's a family that is actually grieving. We are all grieving, but he was not all of our brother. And we have to respect that. A man is no longer breathing because he existed. That was what he did wrong. I don't care about his rap sheet. They weren't there for a domestic violence disturbance. They were there because he was on a bicycle. That's why he got shot. Actually, can we have a moment of silence for Corey really quick?
Thank you so much. It took him 3 seconds to lose his life. It was just 3 seconds before someone shouted taser, and then he was shot 3 times. The only face that should be in the media is Corey's. Period. The only thing that we should be talking about, like my comrade said, is the demands, which are arrest that killer cop.
Arrest that killer cop.
Go home, killer cop.
Go home, killer cop.
We don't need no killer cop.
We don't need no killer cop.
Go home, killer cop.
Go home, killer cop.
And the reason why we reiterate this and say this is because that's something that you also can amplify on your social media platforms to your friends and to your families that you may be too afraid to have these types of conversations with. It starts there. It starts in the home. Because what happens when it doesn't happen in the homes, it ends up in the streets, right? We don't have those conversations about empathy, about equity, about discipline, about the importance of authority and what that means. Then it ends up on the street, and we see it. The things that we're asking for, community control over the police, is to prevent the next tragedy that will come. That is in the making right now if we don't have community control over the police. So, that is the paramount thing. As much as we're talking about Corey today, we're talking about the person tomorrow. I remember standing on these very steps talking about George Floyd. We can't have another name. We still have Matt Kenny that hasn't been arrested. Shame! He's training cops. Shame! The DA did nothing about it then, and he's choosing to probably do nothing about it now. Shame! And we all have the power to do something. When we stop asking for change, when we vote them out, let me hear you say, vote them out.
Vote them out!
Vote them out!
Vote them out!
We have elections coming up, y'all. That is powerful. Make sure that you vote, make sure that you educate, make sure that you look around at your community, and make sure that you see your alder person, you see your assembly person protesting with you, because this is the starting block. This is where they should be. This is community. I'm going to say something that I'll have y'all repeat from Mashada Shakur. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Now this time, say it a little bit louder. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
And on this last one, if everyone could close their eyes, not our safety team, but everybody else, close your eyes and really feel this. Because we're about to meet up with our other protesters who have been marching all the way here, who are ready, who are engaged. We want to match them with this feeling. Okay, so close your eyes for me a second. And say this with the loudest voice that you can. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Make some noise, y'all.
I have a quick question, because we are going to get ready to start getting active in just a moment here. Okay, is anyone here with a car that's like close by or on a bicycle that would be willing to drive said bicycle or car?
I will.
If you are willing, can you please come down here by this light post right here?
We will too.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Y'all about to do some hot girl shit. Come on down.
If you couldn't hear that, there is a joke just from one of the protesters to the volunteers who offered to either drive a car or ride a bike, saying, "You're all about to do hot girl shit, come on down," which got a chuckle from everybody here in attendance.
This one. I know there was another event supposed to be from 8 to midnight, a glow stick rally. I don't know if that transpired or if that's the march that's making its way to this protest.
Yeah,
We're out here outside the Wisconsin State Capitol building in Madison, Wisconsin.
So the protesters are making reference to the fact that another group of protesters are going to are marching here to meet them, and this crowd is already over 100 people. I'll spin it around here one more time just so you can get a full scope of the crowd. I'm just kind of waiting to see if they're going to resume the actions. If they're not, then I'm gonna grab some interviews. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go try and find some interviews for us. And while I do, I'll give you the lovely shot of the Wisconsin Capitol building, at the foot of which this protest has gathered. This is actually one of the normal protest spots here in Madison. I don't know if you can see in the bottom left corner, there's a statue that is the Lady Forward statue, and it is a common rallying point for activists here in the Madison area to stage protests.
Doing all this and harassing me back in 2020. It was a regular thing. I did try to cover MAGA stuff in the same manner I cover this, but MAGA does not let me. Only if you are a cultist MAGA, they accept journalism with this. If you're a cultist MAGA within their own space. And it's pretty unique. Because nobody else covers that. Obviously, people want to. But I was trying to be fair and balanced in this crowded back in 2020. And I learned real quick that that is literal cult. And it's wild because let me go to this cash real quick. It's wild.
Helena, step into my office here. I have a microphone. There's a clip on here.
Yeah, sure. Where is it?
We can just honestly, if we can
Oh,
get
you
it.
put it on the cafe,
Yeah. There we go. That'll be perfect. And then you stand right where you're standing.
Cool. Do I make eye contact with the camera?
Talk to me, not the camera. Sorry if you
sure.
glance at it. Just try to stare.
Yeah. Understood.
So, just for again for my editor's benefit, can you say your name one more time?
Helena.
Helena. All right, Helena. So, why did you want to be here tonight? Why was being part of this action, being a part of this movement, important to you?
The whole injustice anywhere is an injustice to me, but like as police feel more brazen in their actions of just being able to shoot someone on the street, like that does endanger everybody. And I think that, who knows, maybe I'll end up homeless someday, right? Like if I don't stand up now, there's a possibility that I could get hurt in the future. And fundamentally I don't like the cops. And I just feel bad for him, and I feel bad for like the whole community. Like I feel really sad that this happened. And it's really heartbreaking, and it makes black people feel really unsafe. And I hate to see that happen in Madison again, being one of the most segregated cities in the U.S. It's just like very heartbreaking to see another thing happen where like black people don't feel safe on the street.
Okay. So what's can you explain your connection to Madison? Are you a lifelong resident? Are you a student? What's the connection?
So when my family first immigrated from Germany, we moved to Madison. So I lived here for like 2 years when I was a toddler, and then I came back over a year ago to work at Epic. I worked at Epic for a year, quit last week actually, and I'm going to be working at Madison College. So yeah, I guess just I work here. But in general, I've been politically active wherever I go. So I care about wherever I am is my home, is my community that I care about. So now it's Madison.
I asked a lot of people, the day of and a couple of days after the shooting, how do you feel? I think we've had some time now for that. The emotions I heard were shock, anger, sadness, of course. But now that we're a few days on, how, if at all, are those emotions changing, evolving in you?
I mostly feel frustrated about just like Madison continues to kill homeless people. And by not taking care of the homeless, you are killing them fundamentally. And I don't think a lot of people realize that like violence of the state is like poverty is violent. It kills people. The fact that like the lifespan of Black and Native people in the U.S. is much lower than white people, that is murder. And so just to like, as someone where homelessness has been my big issue for the year, I work at the Dane County Homeless Justice Initiative, to see like pretty much just the culmination of all these intersections of like the crappy things coming together and to culminate into like a random homeless guy being shot is just like, it's heartbreaking. But I don't feel sad as much as I feel frustrated by especially the white populace of Madison just like glaze over this and like not understand. Like I've been hearing a lot of justifications like, well, he had a knife. It's like, that's nice. If your grandfather with Alzheimer's had a knife, like, would you just shoot him? Like, they're supposed to be trained to do things and help people. Like, this is classic mental health struggle. Like, people have knives when they're not doing well. The end. Like, so seeing that, like, pan out more, like, I've been more frustrated at the reactions from the people who aren't involved rather than the people who are involved, more so.
Yeah, you talk about those people who are not involved. There's 250,000 people who live in Madison, 500,000 in Dane County.
Yep.
And yet out here we have, 100, 200. I understand more are marching over.
And yeah.
So there's more, no doubt, who are involved in the fight. But what is your message to the people who are not, who are just watching this at home?
Growing up white in the U.S., I can understand feeling uncomfortable with getting over ideas like white supremacy. And like,
if we don't get it, shut it down.
Feeling uncomfortable around people who are different, who are homeless, who are struggling. Like I grew up upper middle class, very predominantly white. There were like 5 Black people in my school, and that can be really hard to like get over that hump because all you see is propaganda about all these groups of people. So I would say just like find it in your hearts to like think about it, and if something like the intensity of people's reactions is like a deal breaker for you, then you probably aren't actually anti-racist. And I think you should maybe even just reach out to white people in these little socialist orgs to just see like how do they think about these things and how can you just like start feeling comfortable with the idea that like change needs to happen.
Life's just normal.
Seems like action here is getting ready, so I'll let you get ready for that. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it, and we'll steal that back from you. When it's getting hung up.
To shut State Street down.
Also, for reference, I'm running for Pittsburgh City Council this
Oh, you are?
So
oh, nice.
In the spring.
I know I
really?
put on the flyer there would be a march. It's a tiny march because we got to get to the location.
So I am
but it's like a 2-minute march.
I'm a national reporter, but I'm based in Stoughton.
Well,
so
we'll make it our way.
You can look us up there. And
to where most of the bars
I used to be a reporter for WKOW, a labor reporter for WKOW for years.
Oh, I'm in unions. You see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to make it.
But yeah, reach out to me about your race. Might depending on the issues involved, I might be interested in talking to you in the future.
Like moving municipal funding and framing it that way, plus streets and things like ordinances and minor environmental changes that have been made. So.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Helen. So folks, I kind of cut that interview short because We're hearing that the march that is coming to join this protest is getting closer, and as you can see, the activists out here are starting to get a little bit more mobilized. They are standing up, they're getting ready, and they're getting some instructions about what they're going to be doing.
We don't want to be included. We don't want to go to your bar. We don't want to be inside of this. But guess what? If we don't get to turn up and have fun, neither do y'all. Yeah. Woo! 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 So one thing I wanted to talk about, that I'm going to talk about again when the two crowds get here, there's going to be people who are mad at us. Good. People will yell at us. People will be angry, and some of them will be drunk. It is important that we don't argue with them. They don't care what we got to say. Tell them our demands. If they try to yell at you, tell them our demands. Say one of our chants. Start a chant. Make our voice louder than theirs. Because you know, all the media people who were just here a moment waiting for us to say something ignorant, that's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for us to say something ignorant. So that can be the main story. I want the main story to be, we shut State Street down.
Let's go. Madison, Wisconsin, make some noise. I think it's fundamental that we will reiterate again. We are out here on behalf of a grieving family. We are not out here on behalf of whatever someone tries to get you into. Let us not be rage baited into causing this family more grief and harm. This, as we get into conflict, we will say, nah, we're good on that. We will turn to one another and say, let's figure out how to handle this peacefully. Do not throw hands at nobody. Do not get in nobody's face. Sit still. It's what we really are peacefully protesting, because we're building strength in numbers. So do not put this family through more pain than they've already been through. We will discipline and we will just have a nice time. Shut shit down.
Now we're seeing the marchers come up the street here. So this appears to be, there was another march that was scheduled for tonight. It was a glow march that was scheduled to go from 8 p.m. to midnight. And it looks like those two marches have now merged together here. This march now joining with the protest that we were covering. And you see all the organizers there in the yellow high-vis vests leading the demonstrators down onto State Street here in Madison. And the plan is to shut down State Street, which has several busy intersections and thoroughfares that cross it.
We're sitting directly outside of them so that all these white people that don't care about us can't get in. Hit the pocket! Hit their pocket! Hit the pocket!
So in addition to shutting down the streets, what they're yelling there, I'm imagining it's coming through pretty clear, but they're saying they're going to shut down business activity here again in this industrial heart of the, or commercial heart of the city.
Good job.
by blocking entrance to a lot of the businesses.
Get behind most of the best stuff. We can get behind. Make sure they know not to engage in people that try to. That's what's so
You can see now that what was a couple hundred protesters in the Capitol has now swelled to thousands. You see that sign there? It reads, "I'm scared, please don't kill my black dad." And that's a sentiment that we've heard now in multiple interviews we've done here in Madison about the fear, especially among the black community, that it could be anyone next. And that is why they feel the need to do actions like this, taking over one of the city's main commercial centers here on State Street and shutting down businesses until they can get justice for Corey Ruiz after he was executed by Madison police on Wednesday. This is where I want to point out we are the leading on-the-ground outlet here at Status Coup. I am streaming late into the night, and then even after my camera batteries die, I stay down here gathering more stories and lifting up more voices from these working class movements like this that are just calling for justice and an end to death in their communities. I'm lucky enough to be working, I suppose, close to home, so I get to sleep in my own bed tonight, but I am still missing my daughter to be here. I leave the house before she goes to daycare, and I don't come back until she is down for bed. This morning I finally got a couple of hours with her, and she just sat in my lap the whole time, just savoring the experience of having me near. All this to say that, we dedicate a lot to be able to offer this coverage. And if you appreciate this on-the-ground coverage that we have been offering since the day that Corey Ruiz was executed, please go to statuscoup.com/join. That is what allows us to be out here covering these movements in this up-close, nitty-gritty way that we do to show you exactly what is happening here on the ground, not the polished version or the intentionally unpolished, not like the intentionally unpolished version presented by the corporate press that will go out of its way to try and minimize movements like this. We try to show them in their full scale, like this, what I'm doing here, allowing the thousands of people to stream past so you can see how many people in a small city of just 250,000, a huge percentage of it, significant percentage of it, has taken to the streets here to demand justice for Corey Ruiz, his family, past incidents of police violence, and hopefully to curtail a death like this from ever happening again. I'm intentionally not going for interviews right now, just as we wait to see exactly where the crowd is going to set up, because we've been told they're going to do a sit-out, is what they're calling it, meaning that they are going to have these demonstrators not only shut down the intersections here where they are setting up, but also shut down the businesses themselves by sitting in front of the doors. And once they get set up in those positions, I'll go around, I'll interview many of those activists about why this is important, the power of direct action, etc., and what actual justice to them would look like. And we'll lift up more of those demands that we have heard called for. And you see actually some cars here already beginning to back up here on the side streets that are being blocked, and you see actually a whole line of vehicles. This is a pedestrian-only street. I shouldn't say it's only pedestrians. City buses come down the street and the occasional delivery vehicle, but it's usually closed to traffic like this. So the protesters are deliberately bringing vehicles onto this street. It seems to me to be a way to, one, keep the protesters safe themselves from any traffic that, might be tempted to turn down and endanger people who are out here marching, but then potentially also to act as blocking vehicles. We'll pay attention to how those are used strategically here in the hours ahead. And you hear the cheers coming up from the front of the crowd. What was such a kind of I don't want to call it stayed, because I've definitely been at protests that have had less energy before than what was happening there outside the Capitol. It was still a very good turnout of several hundred people. I have the benefit of having reported here in Madison for years, and so I know that a typical protest is a dozen people. So to get 100 or even a couple hundred out is a Herculean effort by itself. Now to have thousands in the street like this isn't quite unprecedented, but it is very rare, and goes to show the passion that this community is feeling right now in the wake of Corey Ruiz's death. And we see them here. They're setting up outside of some of the local college bar scene out here. This is a Saturday night. This is a college town. So you can imagine that there are a lot of people who want to visit bars like Whiskey Jack's here across the street from where we're standing. And they are coming to block the doors. See them holding up signage there towards the windows, so that just came down. And the crowd has gathered out here to chant, Corey's life mattered, Black Lives Matter. The energy out here now is electric, I would say, in the air. It's what had been kind of a indignation, I don't want to call it rage, but an anger at the state of affairs here in Madison is now turned here into almost a celebration of the power on display among all of these bodies, all of these people come together to demand change together. I'm okay, thank you very much. No, I appreciate it though. They've got people here in the crowd that are offering out water, bars to people just to keep them energized as part of a mutual aid effort that we've seen at all of these demonstrations. I mean, so much of the organizing here is very reminiscent of what happened in Minneapolis during the ICE crackdowns there, the way that you saw communities come together as a way to build power together, way to try and amplify each other's voices, keep each other safe. And it's the same thing there, where I was just approached by two people and just offered water because it's hot out here tonight. Although it might just be me because I've got a bunch of camera equipment on my back, more in my arms than I'm carrying aloft, and I'm wearing a jacket on top of everything, which is more of a safety thing than me dressing for the weather. I knew it would be warm, but I wore the jacket anyway, just in case we had any run-ins with police tonight. It's always good to have your skin covered.
Mama, Papa, can't you see what police have done to me? Especially when you're black and brown. Especially when you're black and brown. Especially when you're black and brown. Let's move!
And now you see they're leaving some demonstrators here outside of this. They're leaving some demonstrators here outside of this bar, Whiskey Jack's, and more are heading down the street towards other establishments. I'll be getting more interviews here in just a second. But first, a little bit of context to where you are. So like I said, we're on State Street in Madison, and back in 2020, in the wake of George Floyd's murder, this street was the scene of where local police tear gassed and brutalized protesters in the wake of those demonstrations as well. So it's a center of a lot of protest activity historically here in Madison, and especially as relates to the Black Lives Matter movement. Gregory, I just wanted to say hi. JT Siskowski. I used to be with WKOW. I used to talk to you about body cameras.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyway, I know you're with the Independent Monitor now. So glad to see you moving up in the world and continuing your struggle. I just wanted to say hello as well. So
nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you as well.
Who are you with now?
Now I'm with Status Coup, online independent progressive outlet.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of I mostly travel the country now. A lot of it's been focused on ICE coverage. So, but when this happened in my backyard, I had to be here to cover this.
So Status Coup, I'm aware of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Well, would you want to do an interview?
No, I shouldn't, because
Your city role now. Your city man.
now, and I want to leave that to the head of the department.
Got it. And I did get some video of her addressing protesters a couple nights ago, I think. So she's not. I haven't seen her out tonight yet.
I didn't see her tonight.
No. Okay.
Yeah, she's been fantastic. Like, she's really. Our department now is far more effective.
Good to see that. All right, Steve, man. I'll let you get back to the protest. Thank you. So I was just speaking to a previous source from my days in local news here, who works in the office of the Independent Monitor, which is tasked with investigating the investigating police department here in Madison. And right now, that office of Independent Monitor is saying that police are actually withholding records from them. The Madison Police Department withholding records from from the city's independent investigative body, as in the wake of Corey Ruiz's death. Pardon me, man. I'm a reporter. I'm interviewing people about why they wanted to be part of the march tonight. Mm-hmm. Would you be interested? Yeah? What's your name?
Tasha.
Sorry? Tasha? Mm-hmm. JT, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So, give me just a second here to get the camera set up. While I get it set up, here's a microphone for you. It's got a clip on it. It's a little finicky, so let me know if you need help with it.
Can I just hold it?
Yeah, you can just hold it. Is this part of your?
Yeah,
part of your
my daughters.
Oh, your daughters.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So, Tasha, you can talk to me, not the camera. It's alright if you glance at it. Just trying to stare it down.
Okay.
Thanks for talking to me tonight.
No problem.
Like I said, wanted to find out, why did you feel it was important for you to be part of the march tonight?
Because I have black daughters and sons, and I just want to show them that this is the correct way to do it. We don't have to be violent and fight violence with violence. We can come out here and do the right thing and show them that this is the way to get justice. This is the right way. Come on this way. as you can see, they are having a great time. They're learning. Other people are coming up and showing them new things as well. So it's all about the learning process.
I had actually shown your sign earlier, or I'd gotten your sign earlier on my camera, and I had read it off so that way we had that footage to use. Can you just can you read it off for us and explain why this is the sign you wanted to bring?
Yes, our sign says, "I'm scared. Please do not kill my dad, my black dad." And that's a strong message because the men that are currently being killed by the police are black men, and my kids want to grow up with a future with their dad. We do have a family of 4 that we live together, and they want to keep that.
So, I mean, I have heard that sentiment from so many people that I have interviewed as part of the demonstrations out here. That same thing of like, it could happen again, it could happen to me, it could happen to someone close to me. I think, I'm from Madison myself, but I work for a national news outlet. So for our national audience who's not here right now, describe that feeling of what it feels like to be in this crowd right now, what it feels like to have that fear that somebody you know could be taken from you.
It's horrible. I mean, it's sad. It hurts. Nobody wants to wake up every day and just have fear that your loved one, your brother, your husband, anyone, your nephew, cousin, is going to be unalive that day or going to be chased, or we don't know what may happen when we leave out our door. We want to leave out our door and have that same security that everybody else have when they leave out their door.
As a mother, why was it important to bring your daughters along tonight?
Because I want to show them that this is the correct way. This is the way that if we have to fight, this is the way that we should do it.
Have any of you been at a protest like this before?
No, this is my first time, and this is my kids' first time as well.
And what's the feeling that you get being among like friends, neighbors, community here?
It's joyful. It's a good feeling, especially with every race here. It's not only just black people or white people. It's a lot of different races here, and everybody has come together, and everybody is being one, and that's a great feeling.
In the first few days after the shooting, I asked people how they were feeling. Obviously, it was a lot of fear, devastation, anger. But now that we're a few more days on, you're still processing those emotions, but now a lot of the focus turning to change to make sure this never happens again.
Correct.
What is that justice? What is that change that you want to see?
Just equal rights. If we can get equal rights, like I said, just walk out our front door and have everything, the same freedom as everyone else. That'll be the change that I'm looking forward to. I don't want my kids to have to be coming out here marching in their future when they're at my age. I just want everything to be peaceful and everything to be equal.
What is your message to people here in Madison who aren't in the streets right now?
I believe everyone should be. No matter if you think it's right or wrong. I think everyone should be supportive. It shouldn't be no negativity. Everything is just positive. We want to be positive. That's all.
That's all. And I mean, you're talking about things that are so basic of just like equal rights.
Yes.
Like we're 250 years this year into this nation's project, and we are still not that, more perfect union that we're supposed to be. There is not that equality.
And that makes you question, would it ever get to that? That makes you question, would it ever get to that? Is this protest even worth it? Would this make the change?
How optimistic, pessimistic are you that you were going to get the change we need?
I'm here. I'm focused. I got my family here, so we're hoping that it does make the change. We're hoping that we can come together and make the change, but we're not sure. We've been in this march and doing protests for hundreds of years already, and nothing has changed. So I don't know. Maybe this will be, maybe it won't.
And the days ahead will tell. I won't ask you to predict the future. One question I do like to ask is there anything about this movement, about this moment, that you feel like the press or the media, like me, isn't asking enough about, isn't talking enough about, isn't lifting up enough that you would want to have an opportunity to draw some attention to?
No. Like I said, I feel like this protest has brought a lot of people together. I feel like this one is the best that happened in a long time. So I feel like if everybody keep coming together and everybody keep coming and showing their support, I feel like maybe one day we will get to the what we're trying to get.
I'll let you guys go here, but first I do want to at least invite you guys, if either of you have a message you want to deliver to people who are watching this at home, who aren't here in the streets right now, or who aren't here in the Madison area, like what is it like in your day-to-day life now that you guys are going through this? What's the ages? I'm sorry, like how
13.
13? So, I mean, I would not have been in the streets when I was 13 years old. You've got a great mom, that's for sure, to get you involved like this. But I mean, from your perspectives, looking at the world you're going to inherit, what's your outlook on the future like right now?
I feel like if we come together as a community, we can make a better future than it is now. Yeah, Sam, I feel like we keep fighting together, we will get the rights that we need.
Thank you so much. Asha, anything else you want to add while you have the platform?
No, thank you so much for this.
Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it. So initially, some of the protesters had gone further down State Street in this direction. The camera is pointing to block off more businesses, but then slowly made their way back because some of the protesters were still hung up here. So they've just kind of turned this into a rally spot for now.
No more killer cops! We don't want no killer cops! We don't want no killer cops! No more killer cops! No more killer cops! We don't want no killer cops! We don't want no killer cops! White silence is violence! White silence is violence! White silence is violence! White silence is violence! Justice for Corey!
Apologies for the camera waving around right now, guys. I am just a one-man band out here. And I gotta keep it, I've gotta focus on my surroundings at the same time as I set things up. Try to secure interviews, listen to what people are saying. It becomes a lot to juggle, so sometimes you get jerky camera movements like that.
That we
creating a path through the crowd right now for a vehicle to be able to get through. Thank you so much. Just had some kind people in the crowd here, saw that I dropped a mic, and they kindly handed it back to me. Nothing beats the kindness of Midwest protesters.
Okay.
I need volunteers for the other building. I need volunteers for the other building. Our forces are low there.
One night. Okay, so you all heard from our other protester here. The reason why we're blocking these businesses is because they do get money from the city. There is a liquor license, there is that. So we're trying to make a statement. We're not going back to status quo. This is something Clyde has been saying from the beginning. We are not going back to business as usual, period.
Thanks, man.
We are letting bystanders out, but we are not letting folks in.
So the protesters are going down to, they're sending a group now down to another bar. These are all college bars down here, so they're quite busy, as you might imagine, or at least busier than they normally would be on, because it's a Saturday night. And so they're sending protesters down to another bar. It's called Mondays, and they are going to then block entrance to these bars and form like it sounded like to me like a chain of people who are going to block the roads or block the street between these bars. And the goal is they will allow people to exit the buildings, but no one to go in, as a way to cost the city, because these businesses, as they pointed out there, do get liquor licenses, do have deals with the city for their operations. And so by doing this, they hope to at least put political pressure, because business owners in theory would, not wanting this to happen again, apply pressure then to the city leaders, and adds a new vector to the pressure that they are giving. I'll show you here the crowd coming down the road here.
Love to see Status Coup here.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Status Coup fans shouting us out again. And the protesters say they're bringing in all these cars as a way to park along the street, as a way to help block the street, but also to protect the protesters themselves, likely from any other vehicle traffic. I'll say that I've seen now one local TV camera out here, and that's it for media. Otherwise it's Status Coup and Mercado Media.
Is this a very popular place?
Yeah. So this here and the other bar they're standing out in front of are both very popular college bars, and we're in the college part of Madison here. And so Madison is a huge college town, so there is a lot of money that flows through these bars. That's why they're targeting them. That's why they're picking these businesses, because of the amount of money that flows through them, and then to be able to put the pressure there on from the business owners, then flowing up to the city leaders themselves. That pressure campaign.
Appreciate that. Again, guys, that was a bit from JT
Mercado. Andrew Mercado of Mercado Media, who's running his own live stream right now, has been occasionally dropping by me to ask for context. So he was asking here about State Street Brats, which is the bar that we are out front of here. Very popular college bar. And you see the demonstrators here. Creating, this is the front door right there. And you see the bodies and the bicycles that have been set up as to block entrance and cost these businesses money on a Saturday night.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Oh, yes! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Pardon me, y'all. I'm a reporter with Status Coup, online independent progressive outlet. No? Don't want to talk? Understood. Hi, my name is JT. I'm a reporter with Status Coup, online independent progressive outlet. I'm interviewing people about why they wanted to be part of this demonstration tonight. Would you mind if I asked you a couple questions?
I'm good for now.
Okay. I can't make it. For sure. I got you. You, sir? No? All right. Couple of people got it. Said few people turned down interviews. Earlier today, I was participating in a on the ground, in the head, point blank, 3 times. A very stark description of Corey Ruiz's death. His execution there at the hands of Madison police.
Police! Oh my God. Justice! Now! Justice!
When do you want it?
Now!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
Now!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
Now!
What do you want?
Justice!
Coming off to the side here just to reset for a moment. Once I get the camera set up. All right, hello everyone. Okay, so just to do a quick reset, if you've just joined us here in the last, couple of hours now that we've been live, I'm JD Siskowski for Status Coup. This is live in downtown Madison. This is Madison, Wisconsin State Street, and this is just a mile or two from where Corey Ruiz was executed in the street by Madison police, shot 3 times, at least once in the head. That officer now being investigated, and that death being investigated as a homicide, according to the Madison police chief. These demonstrators, though, not satisfied with just an investigation, they want that officer arrested bare minimum. Then they want some very specific structural reforms to the Madison Police Department and how this city operates to try and prevent more of these deaths in the future. And so what these demonstrators have done is taken over State Street. They have occupied these streets. This is a busy college town, and this is where a lot of those college bars are on a Saturday night. These protesters have come down here, and you see them here now behind me, occupying this street, forming barricades here, blocking the entrances to some of these bars just off the screen here to my left, camera right. And they are blocking entrance to these bars and trying to grind some of the commerce here in Madison to a halt. Create real economic pain for some of these businesses, which will then bubble up to the city's leadership, is the theory of change here. What they are betting is that they will be able to starve some of these businesses of revenue. Once they have done that, those businesses will then reach out to their city council members, the mayor, etc., demanding change, or that these protesters be placated, and the protesters are hoping then that their demands for reform will be met. And this is the most disruptive demonstration that we have seen yet today. This is also the largest march and protest that we have seen to date since Corey Ruiz was gunned down on Wednesday. It is now Saturday night, and you can see thousands of people out in a city that is only 250,000 people out occupying this street. And you have felt the energy down here. It has morphed across the days, from shock and sadness to anger to now at times almost a joy, a sense of joy, not in the sense that of the killing, which is horrific, but in the finding of community and strengthening those community bonds and finding solidarity in one another to build movements like this to call for real substantial change in this country and in this state and in this city. And that is what we are going to continue to document today. We've already done a couple of interviews. I'm going to go dive back in and do some now, but I want to point out that I've been live here on the ground for 2 hours at this point. I can confidently say that we have been the leading on-the-ground national outlet here because we have been here since the day Corey was killed. Many of those national outlets, the corporate outlets, parachuted in a day after he was killed and then left immediately the next day. They're nowhere to be seen now. But these demonstrations continue and are only growing up until this point. That's what makes us the leading on-the-ground outlet. As we stay with these stories, we lift up as many of these voices as we can. If you think that that is how more media in this country should operate, then go to statuscoup.com/join. Help us grow our operation. We have been growing here at Status Coup. We're profoundly grateful to all of our members who make that possible. statuscoup.com/join. For as low as $5 a month, you help us grow this team, expand our reach, our capabilities of what we are able to do. We are just a small outlet. We go to a lot of places. We try to lift up as many of these stories, these struggles for justice and economic justice in these communities as we can. But in order to be in more places, tell more of these stories, be more robust, reach more people, we need to grow our operation, and that is the best way you can do that, to create more of this kind of news that I think you and I can agree there needs to be a lot more of coverage like this in our country that centers the voices of people crying out against injustice and working class voices demanding something better for themselves, their neighbors, and their communities. That is the best way you can support us. That I'm going to make my way back here. You can see they have filled up the street now, so I'm actually going to get the camera up, show you the entire length of the street here. Then I'll go through and ask for some more of those interviews. And again, usually I am a reporter with a cameraman. That is not the case tonight. our cameraman John Farina on a well-deserved break, seeing and being a dad to his daughter in some very sweet ways that I won't blow up here on stream because it might embarrass him. But suffice to say, he's being a good dad right now, and so we're happy to give him that break. But it does mean I just need a extra smidge of your patience as I have to wear multiple hats here. You can hear now seems to be a moment of silence out here. And the lighting is very poor, which makes the camera's focus very difficult to dial in. And you see these thousands of people here in the streets. It is nearly silent, aside from one person on a bullhorn, despite all of these bodies out here. That's the discipline among these demonstrators. I'm going to walk here along this crowd, give you a sense of its size from multiple angles, and we'll try and get some more of these interviews. And you see the protesters have formed these rows as a way to create multiple barricades across these streets.
So it's actually just a polo underneath with a cut sleeve shirt.
Pardon me. Hey, I'm JT Siskowski.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Dylan. I'm with Madison DSA.
Oh, shit, yeah. I used to be a member.
Oh, very good.
But I had to stop because I'm a journalist.
Yeah.
So I work for Status Coup, online independent progressive outlet.
Very
I've been interviewing people about why they wanted to be a part of the demonstrations tonight. Would you mind if I interview you?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
And what DSA's role is in all that? All that stuff. I'll have you clip this onto your shirt here. The clip's a little finicky, so it's probably best if I help you out. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So if I could have you one more time say your name for me.
Yeah. My name is Dylan. I'm with Madison Area DSA.
All right, Dylan. So what made you want to be in the streets tonight?
I mean, we have to take action. We have to take action night after night. This cannot just be a one-off. This cannot just be we show up and then I'll go home after a couple days. This has been going on since the inception of this country. And at the end of the day, we need to just turn out until it stops. And if that takes years upon years, night after night, that's what we have to do.
You're up against forces that are very well aligned, very well organized, moneyed, and I mean there are whole systems in place to keep this kind of policing in place, even in a progressive city like Madison. Do you have the wherewithal, the resources, the passion to take that on?
I think this is evocative of those resources, and I think when we have coalitions, when we all are there for each other, when we build community, that is how we defeat this.
My understanding is that DSA was not one of the organizers of tonight's event.
No.
What's DSA's role in all
We're here
this?
to support. They're here to lead. They're going to lead the charge. We're here to support and uplift as much as we can. But we're following right now. We're not holding the mic. We are just here as bodies, and we're here to come out for Corey.
Okay, so even just providing the people.
Yeah, providing people, providing mutual aid, providing numbers, safety marshals, all of that. Yeah, whatever we can do to help, but we're here to help, not to lead.
Yeah, okay. So what was your, when you first saw the video, you first heard the news, what was your reaction? What were you feeling?
I was incredibly caught off guard. It happened right down the street from where I live, but immediately there was turnout for this, and I think that is what makes this different in some ways. I mean, we rallied immediately. We're setting up an encampment now, and we're going to respond in kind, whether this is from ICE at the federal level, the state level, or the local level of police. We're going to stand up to violence.
What are some of the reforms that you want to see coming out of this movement? What's the change you're calling for?
We got to defund the police. That is the only reform. We got to defund it and allocate resources elsewhere.
Paint a picture for people, because I think in this country, people are just so used to thinking of policing in one way, and when they hear some people, when they hear defund the police, I think of my dad who just thinks that means lawlessness and disorder. Paint the world. What does the world look like under a that defund the police moniker?
It's investing in our communities. It's investing in mental health resources. It is taking care of our neighbors. It is making people no longer afraid of each other. At the end of the day, what we need to do is look after one another. We need to invest in positive resources that uplift our community members.
What are some of those resources that you think people like your friends and neighbors here in Madison don't have?
I mean, we have over 800 homeless people in Madison. We need to house them. We need to provide mental health resources for them. We need to provide, resources across the board, making people fed, funding education, investing in programs like that to prevent anything from happening from the beginning.
Prevent anything from happening from the beginning.
I guess, sorry, I misspoke there, but more so like invest now, eliminate poverty, and, right now what happened with Corey was over property. It was over a bicycle. At the end of the day, that is not a thing a life is worth losing over. I mean, the police are here to protect property, not human life. That is the inverse of what they're sworn to protect.
There's been a lot of victories from DSA chapters across the country right now. Getting more progressive candidates to win primary fights within the Democratic Party. What kind of fights is the Madison DSA gearing up for here?
We are, turning out for Francesca Hong for governor, and we are turning out for Juliana Bennett. I think they both have, very strong
office
chances.
Is Juliana Bennett running?
She's running for 76 in the Assembly, State Assembly 76, And I think they both have extremely strong chances. Juliana Bennett is nationally endorsed. Francesca Hong is the front runner in the primary. The polls show this, the voters show this, and her people-powered campaign shows this. And Juliana Bennett, we are turning out for day after day for another people-powered campaign.
The march is starting to move on, so I won't hold you too much longer, but I do want you to just draw a direct connection between those political fights and then these calls for justice here. Is there a connection? If so, what is it?
Could you repeat the question?
Like, how do you connect those political fights, like trying to win those elections to
they
what's happening here?
They are two people who have time and time again fought while in their respective offices to, as forces for change. They have been activists, and I think, them getting elected, it's not going to solve the problems immediately, but they will be the fighters that we need to see the changes that we need.
Dylan, thank you very much. Anything else you want to add while you have
No,
the
that
platform?
is all, but thank you. Join a local organization, mobilize, and organize your neighbors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dylan. Appreciate it.
Let
me steal that back from you. You guys are free to go. I apologize for keeping you as the march was moving on. I didn't know it was about to take off on us. So you're here. I mean, it connects into... That's the thing that I'm always so impressed. No matter how many of these movements you cover, the people who are fighting on what might be hyper specific issues are actually also winning fights or seeing how their fights are connected to other fights around the country on different issues. So you hear DSA, they're connecting it back to their political battles that they are picking right now. And we've heard people talk about how this relates into cost of living. Earlier we did an interview on how this fight here relates to homelessness. And we heard more allusions to it in that past interview about how all of these social ills are connected. And you see here that protesters are starting a sit-in. They're announcing that they closed that other bar that we were just outside of, where I showed you that they had protesters stationed outside the door.
What
See signs there that say justice for Corey Ruiz, no more killer cops. Pardon me. I'm a reporter with Status Coup, online independent progressive outlet. I've been interviewing people about why they want to be part of the demonstrations today. Could I interview you?
Yeah.
It's on camera. Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your name?
My name's Joseph Gallagher.
Joseph, nice to meet you. JT.
Nice to meet you. I'm here because...
Oh, hang on. Let me move the camera over by you first. While I do that, give you a microphone to put on. There you go. Mind if I clip this to you?
No, not at all.
All right. I'll be right here. You can stay right there, Joseph, if you want.
I can stand.
I was going to drop down to your level if you wanted.
Yeah, I can sit. Whatever you prefer.
I do too many standing up interviews. This is a change of pace.
Fuck it, I don't care. I'll do this too.
All right, Joseph, talk to me, not the camera. It's all right if you glance at it. Just try not to stare it down.
No, yeah.
So, first, if you could, say your name one more time for me.
My name's Joseph Gallagher.
Joseph, nice to meet you. First, give me your Madison connection.
I have lived in Madison now 12 years. I moved here from a small town in Illinois. I grew up in a small town. It was not the nicest place to grow up if you're not a conservative.
I get you. And now you're here in in what is supposedly, this progressive bastion of Madison, and now you're here fighting against police brutality. What made you want to be in the streets tonight? Why did you feel it was important to be here, sitting in the middle of State Street?
I have, for a long time, seen how our institutions that have claimed they're meant to serve and protect us seem to subjugate us and reduce us to less than themselves. And I don't want to be a part of that. I'm willing to fight for that. They don't seem to. I've had my own issues. I have my own mental health issues where I've interacted with the police, and they have been nothing but hostile and cold. They are not trained as well as they should be, and they continually treat marginalized groups as less than human. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. Pardon my language.
You're allowed to swear.
I'm sick of it. They do not seem to care about us as human beings. The institution of law enforcement seems to mean it needs not even a reform. It needs to be torn down and reformed entirely, rebuilt from the ground up. I'm here tonight because I am tired of seeing people that could be me or my friends shot dead in the fucking streets.
What? I mean, I am sensing that rage, that passion off of you. I imagine that it was probably a lot of those feelings that you felt when you first saw the video. How, if at all, have those emotions changed over the intervening days?
I was upset at first, and I didn't see a very close-up video until about 2 days into protesting, and then when I did, it just made me angrier. It was a fucking lynching. That's what it fucking was. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. It was an officer that had no regard for human life. He had no regard for human life. He shot that man, and he stuck his gun back in his holster, and then he went to restrain a corpse. That man was evil. He has no regard for human life, and he needs to be put on trial immediately.
So
I'm sorry.
No, hey man, you feel what you need to feel. You mentioned that you've had your own run-ins with police. If you feel comfortable sharing, could you share maybe one or two of those instances? Give us a little bit of an insight into your own experiences.
I have bipolar disorder. I had an issue a while back, a handful of months ago, where I was I basically attempted suicide by cop, and they beat me to the point that my eye was bloody. They beat my neck doesn't work the same way anymore, and they beat the shit out of me in front of my grandmother's house. And I have no. And there was a time when I was a little bit younger where, like, they showed up with an ambulance, and I was threatened to be tased because I called one just a pig, briefly. And then the EMTs there were like, no, he's fine. It's ridiculous. They need to have more mental health training, and more just training and treating other people like human beings. They do not know how most of the people I meet who become police officers are, quite frankly, monsters. They don't know how to treat other people, and they're basically second-string football players in high school that want to fucking gloat and get themselves off on being over people.
What's that? Yeah, I'm a journalist. What's that?
About this cause?
Yeah. Why?
See you drunk. It's to make us look bad?
No. In fact,
that's all he's doing. He's drunk.
Are you drunk?
No.
I'm sorry, y'all. My voice is gone, but I'm going to.
No, I am.
I'm autistic and mentally ill, but I'm not
I'd
drunk.
welcome you to look us up.
He artistic and mentally ill. Of all the people out there, why go interview an artistic or mentally ill person?
I interview
because they're human beings too.
We're not saying you're not, brother, but what we saying...
No, I honestly, if you want to replace me, I'll hand you the microphone, and I respect the fuck out of that. I get it.
I mean, I didn't know these things when I sat down. I interviewed him because he was chanting. What?
He ain't talking to you. You're not talking like something wrong with him.
He's made very logical sense to me.
He just told you that.
I mean, I'd welcome you to look up our coverage, dude.
You can be autistic and mentally ill and both logical.
I will stand by all of the stories that we do. I think you would be impressed by them, actually. Okay, please do. Yeah, my name is... I'll give you my card.
I want to shake your hand, too. I'm Joseph. Nice to meet you.
If I can find my card. Here. Unless I lost them. Otherwise, you're welcome to take a picture of this, too.
It's probably the most well-known independent.
It's not even about being independent. It's not none of that shit. But I'm saying, I don't care about you interviewing nobody. But why go to a mentally ill motherfucking interview and talk about black people? It don't make sense. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I've been interviewing black people here, too, you know.
Then you go to a mentally ill person to talk about us?
But it's not. He was not wearing a sign around his neck that says, I'm mentally ill.
He just told you that. Just got the interview.
If it would make
I advocate for mental health. I'm studying to be a mental health technician. I study psychology. I don't think there's anything wrong with being mentally ill.
I'm more than comfortable to end the interview if you're comfortable with that.
I have no problem with anyone hearing that. My goal is to destigmatize mental health and help advocate for the human being. And if he wants to replace me in the interview, I'm fine with that.
and we need to
I'm good ending it. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. I'll need my microphone.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
real quick and listen to what I gotta say. I feel like y'all all need to take a second.
Would you like to be interviewed?
Look at yourselves
Okay.
and look at the people that's
I'll get out of
here
the
with y'all. Who came with y'all? Who support y'all and what y'all do out here in the streets for the black people in the
My name's JT Siskowski. I'm a reporter with Status Coup News. We're an online independent progressive outlet. I've just been interviewing people about why they wanted to be part of the movement, why they wanted to be out here tonight, messages they came to deliver, that sort of thing. Would you be good to do an interview?
That y'all don't want to sit at.
Yeah.
Looking at y'all grandpas and y'all uncles.
You want to speak? You want to do an interview?
I was just looking for someone to interview.
Talk to them and tell them, like, look,
you know what?
we need to be at this meeting.
What you want?
I'm being
Y'all know y'all got white people.
He just interviewed somebody that was retired.
Y'all know if y'all
and
go
he
to
told
work
him
on
that he
Monday
was
and y'all don't give a
mentally
fuck
ill.
I mean, he didn't say he was mentally retarded. He struggles with bipolar disorder.
No, he said he was mentally.
It's a privilege
He just
to
told
be
you.
white.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And if you don't understand that,
somebody else may be interested,
y'all
but I'm
need
not
to do y'all
interested.
Yeah,
Because you know what I feel?
because that shit is
Is
real.
that we've been seeing a lot of things
And we all need
in
to
the
wake
media,
up. And I need
as
y'all
well as for the news
to wake y'all
team.
people the fuck up.
No,
The news
absolutely
team,
not.
Because if they don't
and no
wake
one
up,
comes to our defense in the comments. For example,
then we gonna
that
have to
lady
wake
that
up.
was in
We
a
gonna
red
have to keep
SUV,
making noise. Because
her
at the end of the day,
explanation of her wanting to
it's
get
not
past
okay.
is because she was with us,
And when I'm on
and
my-
she wasn't with
We-
us.
So, unfortunately, the family, his family does not want media here, so no one's going to interview so that's tonight.
Okay, understood. Yeah, I cannot do interviews. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
all those petitions and ha-has, it's not you. All those stuff that y'all let slide is not okay. Y'all gotta stand up for y'all people. If y'all truly support them, make sure y'all support us in those white rooms too.
What's that? They're busy college bars, big college town, so they tend to have a lot of people coming in and out.
Because at the end of the day, it takes the community to get the community right. It's not white versus black.
So to catch all of you up, I don't know how much of that was you could hear on camera, but a lot of that was that interaction there was heard. We had a guy come up and take exception to that interview that we were doing, feeling that we had not picked the right person to interview, and I respect that decision absolutely. So we stepped back, we ended the interview as they requested, and now we're being asked not to do any more interviews, and that's a lot of it is because they're seeing so much negative coverage of their demonstrations that they are doing out here of these different events. And so they're asking that, they're very sensitive to that coverage and feel that, it's leading to a lot of negative comments on the actions that they're doing. Of course, that's not what we do here at Status Coup. We like to build a working class centered news movement that lifts up the voices of people building these movements. And, but not everybody is familiar with our work, and I have to respect that. And also, I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable with the work that, with the fact that we are out here doing this work. And a lot of what we do is got to be trust building with the community too. So sometimes that means taking a step back like the way we just did there. And I've just been asked not to do any more interviews, apparently coming from Corey Ruiz's family as well. So I'll continue to bring you the sights and sounds here.
I think you should start interviewing.
What's that?
Do I need some water?
I don't want to push it. Oh, no, thank you.
Ain't too much to ask, no one is on the side. We as one, united we stand. United we stand, together we fall. So while we gonna do this together, while we take this fight,
Hey, what's up? We're gonna move these cars back. We need more people in these spaces, all right? We're gonna.
And the fact that we have to go through such a hard time, the fact that we have to do
Do you often get shut down for interviewing?
What's that?
Do you often get shut down for interviewing?
It can happen. You know, like when we're an independent outlet, so not a lot of people.
I follow you on YouTube.
Oh yeah, but so a lot of people don't know who we are, and so I run into that. Where basically every community we go into, like there's usually a hurdle to get over of like the building trust first, and so that's just part of the gig, you know. Standing out here outside of Monday's, a different bar here where you see that some of the demonstrators have linked arms out front of that entrance as well to shut it down. I got asked to pull, a lot of the cameras just got asked to move back to make room for more folks to do an even larger sit down here in the street, clear some space for the folks. Hey, just fine. How are you? Considering. Yeah. You know, it's like you almost have to like feel like you gotta almost like put some of it in a box that it's like your own community that this is happening to, and otherwise it feels like it's.
I keep learning more details every day, and every one of them is more devastating.
Yeah.
People who understand. I mean, I know these people. They're my neighbors, my community.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that. I mean, I live here too, you know, it's like, I feel it. I feel it. Thank you for talking to me yesterday and sharing it. Thanks for being friendly here. Like, it means a lot, so. JT, yeah. I forget your name as well. Michelle. All right. No hard feelings, I hope. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You as well.
Again.
You as well,
Thank
Michelle.
you.
Yep. Had somebody who we interviewed just yesterday come up and do just kind of a check-in, how you doing, emotionally kind of deal, and some of it too is, like I've said, I'm Madison native, so I there's a lot of feelings being bound up in the fact that this is your community, certainly used to covering stories like this, but it being my home, makes it resonate, all that, just that little bit more. And that's the conversations that I'm having a lot in my personal life, is just the it happened here kind of conversation. Move over to the other side of the street here really quick. Get a little bit of a clearer shot on the crowd chanting. Tensions getting heated outside of the Whiskey Jack's bar, the first one that protesters had shut down. As demonstrators are arguing with a man who started, he had come up and I saw him shove one of the demonstrators. It wasn't clear exactly what they had been talking about beforehand, but there is some pushing and shoving there. I'm hanging back on purpose here. I'm hanging back from that action on purpose here just because, you know, some people had come up being, you know, rather paranoid about, you know, my intentions being out here, so I don't want to try and create any more guilt by association just by being near a heated situation by making it look like I had anything to do. What's that? No.
Live stream on Twitch?
No. No, it's live stream, but not on Twitch. Yeah. YouTube. At least last I checked, I don't think we stream on Twitch. The guy next to me was just, you know, being all excited that we were live streaming. Somebody was asking if we were live streaming on Twitch, and I said no. Which now I'm wondering, is that true? Did I just lie? I know that we did at one time. I don't think we do anymore. Oh no, if we have a Twitch audience right now, I apologize to all of you for the Twitch erasure. But yes, so we still see that gathering over here. Being talked to right there. He's now behind the guy in the red hat. But those two, that guy was involved in the altercation. I don't know, you know, if he is the aggressor or one of the demonstrators, or if he was, you know, someone who was trying to shove the demonstrators. So yeah, that was the gentleman. But now it seems like that situation has calmed down quite a bit. Thank you. Always feels good to get some. We just had another fan give Status Coup some kudos. People mugging for the camera. People who have been out here drinking tonight. And we've seen a lot of this like flippant attitude towards the protest from a lot of people who are out here, who are out streaming.
You never had me. You never had your car. Fast and the Furious.
I've actually never seen them.
You've never seen what the?
You sound like my friends. Yeah.
You've never had me. We're racing for pinks.
Are
you taking pictures?
What?
That was my ass. Not bad. It's alright. And then I was like, it's fun. I'm just taking another shot. Until you take a picture of me, I don't know.
I've been getting all this.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, got it all.
Oh, God, you're gonna put me on. Let me guess, you have 9 million followers on YouTube.
700,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's me. He's got 700,000 followers on YouTube. What is it?
Status Coup? Status Coup News?
Dan!
Here.
Oh,
you can just look it up. Yeah. Go for it, man.
Put me in your video. Put me in your video. I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm famous. I'm not.
What was your name, man?
Eric.
Eric. Nice to meet you, JT.
Dude, you have all my. Just make me look good.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I'm gonna show everyone.
Got you.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you. You too. I find that you catch more flies with honey. You know, when you're trying to deal.
Just make sure I don't look like the drunkest human ever.
I mean, you look like you're having a good time.
There you go.
There.
Do that. Just put me in the intro. It's like things went down, and then it's like I'm a good catch.
Nice to meet you. I've dealt with a lot of drunk people trying to get on camera, especially when we had the big TV cameras at the TV station. A lot of those, and I realized a long time ago that if you try to fight it, they will give you a lot more of their time and attention than if you just zoom in, don't let them in frame, act like you are filming them, like I was there, and then they'll feel like you got enough and they moved on. Chad, I need you to be on your best behavior because I'm getting live texts from my wife right now about what you're saying in chat. So please be on your best behavior since Mrs. Siskowski is watching tonight. But I suppose since we're intentionally, if you missed it, we got asked by, it's hard to say, you ask the organizers, hey, are you an organizer? And they'll kind of, they want to take the tact of, this is kind of a leaderless movement. This is meant to be like a groundswell of people out here having their opinion. So it might not be fair to call them organizers, but, we've had people come up and we had someone come up and accuse me of having ill intentions here with my coverage of the protests, of deliberately trying to make them look bad. So that's why we've pulled back a little bit and we're not doing interviews, at least not for now. We were asked, apparently, I was told that the family told them to tell me to not do interviews. So we won't do that. We'll just be here off on the side documenting. But like I said, a lot of this is about building trust here in the community. But since I am just kind of taking things a step back, I suppose I can pull up our chat, and I should have, kicking myself for not having done it earlier, to pull it up to have, pull up what you guys are saying right now. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of you in the chat, basically saying that, kind of coming to my defense in what happened a little bit earlier. And while I appreciate the words of support there, chat, this is more art than science. And even if I can, if I am technically within my legal rights to interview whoever I want, there is an art to this of, relationship building, trust building, and to show that I think if they just, don't have any more negative interactions with me or perceived negative interactions with me tonight, that'll go a long way towards building coverage for any future marches and other demonstrations out here. So that is why I am taking the request for them so seriously, is I want to show them that, I am a serious journalist. I am not some, conservative chud out here to make them look bad or anything along those lines. So it is really just about that relationship and trust building that I am trying to do out here. And I see a lot of you saying hello to my wife. See a lot of you saying hello to my wife as well. She's very embarrassed that I called her out like that. As much as I am an in front of the camera person, she is behind the camera person. But you see now how this sit-in has grown so much here in just the last few minutes. Like what was just a few rows of people sitting is now stretched to the better part of this block that we're on. There's more of the block behind the camera yet. But you see it growing. They keep adding more and more rows, and I'm probably going to have to pull back again here shortly to make even more room for people to continue to sit down and occupy the streets the way they've wanted. Right now, I think it's a little bit hard to pick up on the mics, but right now they're doing some work on the bullhorn to humanize Corey Ruiz. You see there that same guy who had caused the altercation earlier, or had been a part of it, now getting involved with it again, and a huge scrum forming around him. And the safety coordinators there stepped in with the yellow high-vis vest, stepped in to separate the crowd from the man who's being vocal and being aggressive there again, just to create that separation so that the way the crowd can't be goaded into anything that might be construed as anything other than peaceful. We heard earlier in this stream that was a big focus of their movement here. And right now the chanting is getting louder as a way to try and drown that man out and his message. I couldn't even hear what it was or what the altercation's about because the demonstrators have done such a good job of being loud, taking up that space, and ensuring that any messages that I have no idea what the guy was saying or pushing about, but whatever he might have been saying, ensuring that was not heard out here. Demonstrators now getting on the mic just to remind everyone that, everyone blocking the doors that they are to allow people to leave but not people to enter. Just a reminder, the two businesses that they're really focused on here on this part of the block of State Street is Whiskey Jack's Saloon right over here, and then across the street this is a bar called Mondays, and these are the two that they have where you have demonstrators linked arm in arm blocking those doors, allowing people to exit but not allowing people to enter. There are still people in both establishments. And for a while there, I had actually been seeing some of the demonstrators and the people inside communicating through the glass a little bit. It didn't seem like anything untoward, anything more than just waves. But certainly an awareness from people inside of what's happening outside.
What's going on up there?
Now some of the demonstrators choosing to chant peaceful protest, as apparently there must have been some more tensions here in the air, though I wouldn't have seen from exactly where. I've seen some people coming up and kind of the frat bro-y types, and it's I should probably be careful not to read intent just based on someone's presentation, but I've seen people kind of coming up to the edges of the demonstrations here and kind of making faces at the demonstrators, kind of turning up their noses almost, kind of looks. And I'm wondering if that's what the response is to, if that's causing some conflicts near the edges of what's happening.
We are here for
We've now been live out here for going on 3 hours.
We can show them how to be motherfucking escalate. Give yourself a round of applause. So you gotta have a steady conversation. There's rumors that the police are gathering somewhere around our beautiful so we want to ensure that we stay together. Do not run.
Some of the safety team, they're advocating that people stay together, just to be seemingly as a concern about police involvement. Oh yeah, they seem to be worried that police would try to divide the protesters as a way to clear them, is what it seems to be the concern is. Though I have not seen any officers, though I'm sure they're keeping an eye on things. Madison police, I can say from my time doing on-the-ground reporting here, are very well versed in keeping an eye on things. I remember during the Palestinian encampments back in the spring of 24, you could, if you watched very carefully, you could see police hanging out at the periphery of the tent encampments, but you had to be had to have an eye for where to look for to spot them. And then, of course, we've also seen police drones up over the site where Corey Ruiz was killed as a way to keep an eye on those blocks. And so those blocks are always under surveillance, and it's possible that the same tactics are being used here. In fact, I'd call it likely. Protesters.
Oh yes, if tear gas show up and you got kids, you do leave. You are the only people that should be leaving if the police show up. We got some advice for tear gas coming right now.
People coming in here. You don't want to
I've been paying a little bit more attention to the chat here, and so since I am, I'll call out Darcy Olson, 7324, who just became a Status Coup member on YouTube. Welcome, Darcy. If I've missed other memberships, I very much likely have here earlier in the stream because we have been live now for 3 hours. So if I missed other of those, I apologize. Welcome to Status Coup as well. Know that you are counted and appreciated. It is your memberships that allow us to do all kinds of great things, like offer this kind of robust on-the-ground coverage of people-powered movements like this. And with more of your support, we'll be able to offer more coverage. We've been growing our team. We consider that an important part of what we do here. So this is probably a good time also to then plug statuscoup.com/join. For as low as $5 a month you go to help sustain on-the-ground coverage like this. This is, as I've said a few times, this is usually where I would talk about how expensive our on-the-ground coverage is. This happens to be my home, so much, much cheaper because we don't have to afford hotel room for this one, and I can eat the food in my fridge. But outside of that aside, usually when we do this on-the-ground coverage, it is very expensive. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars a month, especially after you factor in salaries for our small but mighty team here at Status Coup. That is growing all the time. We're hiring for actually 2 positions right now. And so if you want to help grow our team to get us in more places or keep us on the ground longer, be able to offer more robust coverage, reach more people, a membership is the best way to do that. Of course, another great way to do it is to send us super chats. That will definitely try and get my attention here as I am watching. And as I'm talking here, Guppy G1W gifted 10 Status Coup News subscriptions.
At 11:30, we will walk back and take the same road back to the site. At 11:30, we will walk back and take the same
some of the some of the people there on the microphones are announcing that they are going to end the demonstration here at 11:30, which right now Central Time it is 11:15, so about 15 more minutes here, and then I'll probably wrap the stream then as well. But for these last 15 minutes, we'll continue to cover what is happening here.
Now keep parking. We got about 20 minutes. Make sure you take care of yourself.
So Guppy, I didn't really give you your due credit there because I got cut off there by the people on the announcements. They're making the declaration that they were going to. Jasmine Clark, 1670, $20 says, JT, you were doing a fantastic job in all caps. That's very kind, Jasmine. Very kind. Very kind. Y'all are very, very kind to me in chat. I didn't solicit these chats as a way to get compliments, but I appreciate it, I suppose. Thank y'all. Guppy saying, all good. I don't need acknowledgement. You guys do. That's very kind, Guppy. But I really do appreciate you giving 10 people the bonus of a Status Coup membership. In addition to just feeling warm and fuzzy inside that you are a sustaining member of Status Coup, the other benefits that come along with it is we do release members-only videos. It's usually like extended cuts of interviews. And then... we call it our monthly members call, and we're trying to get to doing it actually monthly, or at least more regularly. But we do a semi-regular members call where we actually hop on a call with you. You never have to say anything to us, but it's usually a chance for us to talk about things behind the scenes, things that we can never really get to in these streams, and we absolutely love doing that stuff. So I see somebody in the chat saying, it already disappeared from me. I don't know where it went, but somebody who had said this is the opposite of a sit-in, and you're very correct there, because they explicitly called it a sit-out. They explicitly called this a sit-out here, meaning that they were sitting outside of the businesses. They weren't going inside. In that way, not trespassing. And because they're still allowing people to exit the buildings, they're not creating a fire hazard in any way. So it allows this demonstration, or does not give police the same kind of justification. Not that police ever need a justification to come in and break up a peaceful demonstration like this. So it's pretty savvy tactics, I think. I think if history teaches us anything about these kinds of movements, it's that every action plays a part in bringing about change, right? I think back to the very flawed history education I was given as a child, learning about how if you had to summarize, it'd be like Martin Luther King Jr. was good, and Malcolm X, man, he didn't have to be so mean about it. But of course, Malcolm X played a valuable role in the civil rights movement as well. If only, I would think even probably the most cynical take you could have from it is that if anything, he made MLK look like a preferable alternative, and made MLK have more leverage as a leader of the civil rights movement in the eyes of white leadership in the United States of America. And so that's just one of those, and again, that's like the cynical read of it. There's more generous reads that you could even give on top of that to how effective Malcolm X's tactics were. And I think that's what you see here with the variety of tactics that are on display at demonstrations like this, right? This is actually the coming together of two different protests, right? There was this, you see all the people wearing glow sticks, and those were marchers who started at the scene of Corey Ruiz's death and marched to the demonstration that we started at, which was more of a straightforward demonstration outside the Capitol, where their goal was to do this direct action on State Street. And they brought these two together, and merging those two crowds, the vision and the direction of the one at the Capitol with the number of bodies that were at the glow stick march, created this very this effective and attention grabbing scene out here, which unfortunately not nearly enough mainstream media coverage, but there was, I will call out, one local news station. It was WKOW, the local ABC station I used to work for. They get a free shout out, I guess. But they were the only station that I've seen actually down here on state. There may have been some other cameras floating around. It was such a big march that it's hard to know But all that said, you know, missing the national coverage. The only national outlets out here are myself, a couple of national independent photographers, and the likes of Mercado Media as well. Seems to be some kind of another disagreement or altercation happening in the street here. I wasn't zooming in on it there just because it was clearing so fast. It wasn't even really that much of anything. It just seemed to be like some kind of verbal disagreement between an older gentleman in a shirt and tie and slacks, and then some of the protesters. But that's why we cover so many of these movements and we stay on the ground for so much of this, because you can't just, in my opinion, you can't just, you know, parachute in, tell one story or show one protest and be like, okay, and this was the backlash to the you know, and they wouldn't even go so far as to call it an execution or a murder of Corey Ruiz, right? Looks like even more altercations happening here down the street here. See where that spotlight is trained. They're walking some people out of the crowds, and I suspect that's why the safety team is interested in bringing a lot of this to an end here in the next 6 minutes. It's just because some of those people on the periphery, and you know, keep in mind we are in like the college area, we're outside of bars, so there's alcohol is no doubt likely playing a factor in some of these people who are coming through and causing difficulty as well. But that's why I imagine the safety team wants to move people on. It's just they imagine that there's going to be, things will only continue to get a little hairier as the night goes on. Hence why they're trying to call an end to this. Miss 0426, status Coup member there in the chat, who says agitators. I like that word. I think that is a great word to refer to these people who are coming through and deliberately trying to start stuff with the protesters. That they are, these are people who are just trying to get a rise out of the protesters and make them rise to the moment. And for the most part, the protesters are not taking that bait, and the safety teams are moving in to usher people out and keep the protests focused. Urgings to keep the demonstration peaceful. I'll point out that there is a crowd a little bit further down, and I think I saw the same gentleman in the shirt and slacks being ushered away again, or at least walking away from who I identified as being the agitator earlier. Demonstrators had announced an intention to bring this to an end in about 4 minutes. We'll see if they're able to wrangle everybody to actually keep to that, or if that was maybe just the intention of just one person on a bullhorn. It's hard to know. And if you, I didn't narrate it at the time just because I wanted to see how it played out, but there was I needed to go back through our footage and actually see what happened. And there's a very drunk guy here off on the side who had been kind of stumbling around in the street and kind of causing a scene here among the demonstrators. And when somebody, I think it was a member of the security team, though hard to tell, but somebody kind of pushed him then out of the way and he tripped over the curb, and it's pretty clear that he seems to be pretty intoxicated. But some people on the medical teams came over, saw to him. He's standing up. He just did a woo that he's okay and is drinking some water now. Wisco Vet, Wisconsin in the chat saying, why protest on State Street? You know, a lot of time, like, these demonstrations are designed to try and, you know, exact the most amount of tension or, pressure as possible for change that they're calling for. And the intention of targeting State Street is that this is where a lot of the college bars are. And by shutting down access to some of these college bars, they are actually enacting some kind of financial pain or cost for the city that would then put more pressure on city leaders to actually do action, with the sort of the implicit message being, you know, if you don't act, we can continue to do this, we can continue to shut this down. I'm seeing people now standing up. It seems like maybe the protest breaking up. You see a lot of the demonstrators now marching back up State Street towards the state capitol. And I believe the intention is actually to march all the way back to the scene where Corey Ruiz was executed by Madison police. You hear those chants that say his name, Corey Ruiz, always trying to center Corey in what is happening out here. Point that there are some, unsure if these are demonstrators here at the far end of the street, just because many are wearing this same white t-shirt. So, sorry?
I thought you were recording.
Oh, no, I'm live. If you were just trying to wave to the camera, go for it, man. Yeah. So, yeah, but you see here that the protests are clearing up here at this point. They're marching back up the Capitol towards State Street, with just some folks now left kind of gathered here. I see some of the security team cleaning up the water bottles, cleaning up the space here, trying to leave it, you know, as good as they found it. I'm seeing people moving trash into the trash cans over there, and that, so don't let anybody advance the narrative that, oh, they came down and trashed State Street. We're watching people put things in recycling and garbage right now. I'm watching organizers pick up and move their water bottles that they brought with them, cleaning up everything and making State Street look immaculate once again. And that's actually, you've never had the chance to visit Madison. Anytime I get new visitors who come to see the city, usually the comment I get is that the city is remarkably clean. And I guess I take pride in that, in my hometown. And look at these demonstrators keeping it that way. Appreciate that. But that was something that Mercado actually told me as well when he came to Madison here for these demonstrations. He was surprised by how beautiful Madison is and how clean it is as well. Which I'm not sure why he was so amazed, because I was very impressed with the look of Minneapolis when I was up there for the Minneapolis coverage. You know, once you get all the ice out, once you get ice out of the streets, it looks and becomes a very lovely place to be. Another young kid on the megaphone leading the chants. Protesters had held up for a minute, I imagine, just to collect more of their folks, so that they could be together here for the return march. Let's see if I can find the girl on the megaphone. Always heartwarming and hopeful sign for the future when you see the generation after the next generation already getting ready to lead out here.
Hold on.
It seems to be like the safety team is looking for one of their members.
Remember, respect the unhoused property over to the left. Do not walk on your stuff, but respect the property. All unhoused. What does more than one feeling?
And make sure when we walk in there, we're on the right side.
Demonstrators are being told to move on the right side of the road. That's intentional. It's to try and because they've seen that there are some homeless people who are occupying some of the sidewalk on the left side, and it's just to prevent those folks from being disturbed. So some real mindfulness out here of truly everybody in this community from the demonstrators. That's like a degree of thoughtfulness to the surroundings that you don't tend to see even on very well organized protests. You hear them, they just got the crowd to chant right side as a reminder to everybody to stay on the right side of the road there. But we are coming up on nearly 3.5 hours of me being live, so I think as the demonstrators march out here, I am going to sign off, and I'll try to do so relatively quickly. I'm going to try to sign off relatively quickly here, because like I said, we're in a college town, and this is where the bars are. And I don't want to attract too much attention. In fact, I see one drunk guy already making his way over here, just seeing me have the camera, so I'm actually going to walk with the demonstrators a little bit further. So I don't want to be sharing the screen with another inebriated Wisconsinite. These are my people, and this is my culture, but trying to showcase Madison and Wisconsin the best way possible. As an embed. So now you see him. Always an iconic shot for the state capitol.
Stay on the right side of the road.
Coming up State Street there with the capitol.
Police! 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 Police!
Status Coup News, online independent progressive outlet. Okay.
Right side. Stay on the right side. Stay on the right side. Hurry! 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 Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice!
Back up, back up.
Back it up!
Back up!
Demonstrators are backing up here just to clear the street, to allow traffic to clear. Oh, they said they're allowing emergency services through. Yep, we see an ambulance. This is always such a talking point that I hear from conservatives in my life of like, oh, demonstrators, like protests, they block the passage of things like ambulances and firefighters who need to get through. Not the case there. It just seems to be, that talking point just seems to be based on this desire to find a reason to be upset about protests like this. But I've never really understood that desire. Why do you have to hate people exercising their First Amendment right? Fuck me, I guess.
Glory!
All right, folks, this is where I'm going to call it for the evening since the demonstration is winding down, making its way back to the point where it stopped. If you've been with us for the 3.5 hours just about that we have been live here, my hat's off to you. Thank you very much. If you've joined us for even just a portion of that, I really appreciate it. Thank you for being with us through this. My name is JT Siskowski. I am with Status Coup on behalf of our entire Status Coup team, especially Colin, who has been minding this stream and watching me as we go here. Colin, thanks for staying up with me late, buddy. I really appreciate it. And you know, working on a Saturday night alongside me. I want to thank my friends in independent media who are out here, like Andrew Mercado, who are always an incredible resource to have, you know, to lean on each other and support each other. We were talking about, you know, we were sharing ideas of where our coverage would be today. That resource sharing is always so appreciated. If you guys don't already, please go subscribe to Mercado Media. And this is also where I will say subscribe to Status Coup. Subscribe to us so that we subscribe to Status Coup so that we can continue to grow. You'll get notified every time we go live. We stay with these kinds of stories, these people-powered movements here on the ground. I appreciate all of you for hanging in there, and so on behalf of myself, the whole Status Coup team, stay safe and good night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good, man. You're good.
I didn't walk in.
No, you're all right. Yeah.